Hello and welcome. This is Lucy the Bold, and I am in RuneScape Dragonwilds. So, yesterday I was showcasing my new home that I built. Okay, I am down here in the Bramble Mead Valley, right beside Temple Woods. Um, which is all level 1 for monsters, which is nice because if you have your base down here and you get a raid, which happened to me yesterday as well, um, it's much easier. I need to drink some water here to deal with the raid than it is to do it at a higher level. So today, what I wanted to do as soon as I empty out is I've been coming over here to the Blood Blight swamps. And I've really only gotten into just this upper part here. But there is a lot of new things that you can sit there and find. Now, to get to those areas, okay, you need a couple of things. Number one, I recommend having at least power level 3, if not power level 4, for your gear as well as your weapon. Okay? And you're going to want to use the food. And I'll show you. We'll go downstairs here. You're going to want to use the food that you make on Bad Boy Bill here, the cooking range. Okay, so I've made these. Alright, the perk from them is it's a fungal fortitude, grants resistance to poison effects. Also lasts for 900 seconds. They also have the wild pie, which I can make. I haven't yet. And the meat pizza. Now, what I've been doing when I go out there is I've been eating the delicious kebab and the fortifying stew, and then I carry the weak anti-poison potion with me. Mouthful. Okay, so let's empty out. Let's see here. Okay. Put my water over here. As you can see, I've been collecting a whole bunch of different types of potions, and then I've also been making a bunch of different types of drinkable infusions that give you different types of benefits. Like, I like this one, the Ferocious Infusion. A hydrating drink increases infused with Primal Fury. Okay, so it reduces your stamina cost while you are fighting. The other one I like is just the Red Berry Infusion or the Dwellberry Infusion. Okay, this is the most latest one that I've been able to make. Alright, reduces the stamina cost from sprinting. And then I like this one, reduces stamina cost of dodging. Alright, let me put the meats in here. Is that the only meats I have? Yes, and I do have some dirty water that has to be purified. And I got a couple things for over here. Okay. These wild anima you get from putting this into the blast furnace. Okay. Just so you know. my string away. I think that's the only things I have at this location. Alright, ground stone, and ground sandstone. I'm still trying to remember where everything goes. There we go. And this one up here. So now not only can I do bronze bars and iron bars, but I have the ability to make silver bars and gold bars. So that is what we're going to be doing. And plant-wise, okay, I have found these called swamp weeds out in that new area, as well as snapdragons, which they look nothing like a snapdragon, and the toad phlox. Okay, Alright, and then the shocking plant bulb and the poison plant bulb both can be found in that new area. So, you know, the plants are killers. And then you will also get your sapphire and red topaz from out there as well. I got more wood over here after I broke down my old home. And I'm going to turn all that into coal. Alright, I took on another abyssal demon yesterday out there in that new area. So be aware, they are out there. I do find fighting them is best up close and personal. Get right up underneath them. You will not go wrong doing it that way. Alright, so let's eat some food. Okay, and then I'm just going to consume one of these. And then we're going to do this one. And then when we get over there, we'll pop one of those off. Okay, so we're going to go over here. I tried to find locations where I'm not going to be attacked, and then put my teleportation pad. Alright, so we are ready. We're going to pop one of these. Okay, so this is what it looks like over here in the swampy area. You still have your dweller berries out here. Bad guys right over there. They're always a barrel of laughs. And I got 2 guys over there. Actually 3 guys if you include the one on the top. Okay, so let's go back over here. And we are simply going to jump the fence. Alright, so you still find regular stone out here. Okay, and then I like these trees. I'm not quite sure. I mean, I would call it like a shagbark tree. Even though it doesn't really have anything on it. Okay. Do keep track of your hydration and any potions and foods you have so you don't start taking damage. Alright, so this is the toad flax. Show them no mercy, because they sure will not show it to you. Alright, this is the entryway into this area. Now that we've taken care of some of the riffraff. I like using the onions in my cooking recipes for making the fortified foods. Alrighty. And yes, there are lots of different looking plants out here. Alright. The special attack with the sword is that. It's a stab. So this is what the silver looks like. We're going to go ahead and mine it. Alright, and right below us we have gold. Let me grab these little guys here. Now, while you're waiting for your spells to reset, if you mine in between the nuggets, okay, then you'll get more than just one batch of nuggets. You can see multiples coming up. And there's my sapphire. Okay, I am looking to see if one of those bad guys is around. Which I do not see one of them right now. I will probably end up moving my teleport pad into this area. I just need to, oops, 6. And yeah, see, it happens really quick. And I wasn't paying attention. So I could have gone down fairly quickly. This is what the Snapdragon looks like. I haven't run into any creatures as far as like you know, what bipeds out here. Everything so far has been rats and the abyssal beast. A plague king, nice. All right, we'll come over here. This is one of those shocking plants. And it does send spikes up out of the ground. There's another one right over there. There's one. Ouch. Okay, let's see here. I think my counter is almost done. 300 seconds do not last long out here. So there is a guy over there walking around. Let's get this other plant. I do have the Abyssal Whip as well, which is a really nice tool to have. Here's a plant. Let's see if there's anything inside of this thing. Nope, okay. In my scroungings, I have not run across any oh, what do I want to call it? I'll think of it here in a second. I have, sorry about that. That's my dogs are barking. So I have not run across any. Yep, dogs are acting up. I'll stay quiet until they stop. This is the Blightwood, okay? You can tell. Oh, I gotta drink another potion. Okay. I do not recommend building out here just because of the poison damage that you will take. Alright, so I was watching my counter that time. I have not found any trees that you can just chop down the entire tree. Alright. And I haven't found any secret treasure chest out here in this area yet either. The plants out here seem to be somewhat sporadic with trying to find them. Okay, I am heading back in the right direction. Yeah, I want to go over that way. Let me get this on. Okay, so now we're going to leap. And then come over here, get up a little higher. Ah, woofie. Woofie. Inventory is full. Okay. I have tons of these and tons of these. So let's get rid of this stuff. Alright, back here to my portal pad. And then we are going to go back to the house and empty out. Okay, let's go into the kitchen first to empty. Got some onions. And poison plant. Alright. These raw bestial meats are what you use to make the pizzas and stuff with. Alright, I didn't get any of those. Toads, snapdragons, dweller berries. So I honestly don't see a particular reason for going into that swampy area other than getting the few ingredients that you need. I know that there is a dungeon over there. Each one of the biomes has their own dungeon. I do not know if there is any dragons in those locations or not. We did not get any rubies this time. Did get some more ash logs. Alright, no coal. No bone. No feathers. Soft animal fur. Okay, gold ore, silver ore, swamp tar. Swamp tar seems to be pretty prevalent just about any time you go into any of the biomes. Okay, so let's see what we can craft now. Alright, so I do have 3 different capes now. The whetstone is good for honing your weapons. Kind of acts like a repair. Personally, I find it easier just to throw the things on the floor and use the mend spell. Alright. iron pickaxe. I think that's the next one I need to do because I'm using a bronze. And the iron logging axe. So I've got the iron sword and I've got an iron mace. And then of course I have the iron great axe just in case. I find keeping a set of different things is very helpful with keeping yourself alive out here. Okay, that's level 3. And Wild Scout short bow, I have not made one of those. I'm currently using the long bow. And I have the iron shield. And then there's a whole bunch of new armors down here. Iron arrows, 17 damage. Bronze arrows, 14 damage. I did pick this up, this recipe. Can't tell you where, but I did. So this is for the anti-dragon shield. I'm assuming it protects you from the poison damage. And then I also picked up this, the Staff of Light. So I need to make one of those now that I have the Blightwood and the Abyssal Whip. Okay, so I can do that. And then if you're ever curious about what something will give you as far as, or what you can make as far as, go to your journal, to the recipes. All right, and then click on berries. And then it gives you a whole list. So berry composite tells you what cooking station to use. Gives you interesting information about it. All of the different potions you can make. So if I wanted to make the pizza, this is what I need. Okay. And then swamp weed tells you a little bit about that. The toad flaxweed. Alright, let's see here. Oh, if you want to know how to make adhesive, you know, tells you to take this stuff, take it over to the kiln and fire it, and then it makes the glue which you use with your animal hides. Swamp thread. Oh, the swamp weed. Okay. Okay, and is magically stable. Good to know. And let's see here. Yes, I picked up this new amulet the other day. Alright, so I think that is everything that I needed to show you. Swampweed, toad flax. Muddy scrawl. Big High War God has left us. Big High War God ran away, but you cannot run away. That's illegal. Big High War God said so. What do we do when Big High War God says one thing, then Big High War God does something else? I asked Priest. Priest said he's a baker now. Not a very good one. He burns the bread. Okay. Alright, so before I end my video, I wanted to give a shout out if you are in the Austin, Texas area. A very good cleaning crew for your home, whether you are getting ready to sell or need a post-sell cleaning or just have people come in on a regular basis. It's called Jack's Helping Hands Cleaning.com. So Jack's Helping Hands Cleaning.com. If you live in the greater Austin, Texas area, they are somebody for you to sit there and reach out to. All right. Have a wonderful day. Please hit the like. Please hit subscribe. And I will see you tomorrow.